I'm Dave Foord. In my previous screencast I showed how easy it was to set up a WordPress.com account and how to create a basic blog, which is what we've got in front of us at the moment. So the next stage is how to make posts. Now there are various different ways of posting to the blogs, but assuming that you are logged into your account, then you'll have this little grey bar appearing at the top and you've got the option of new post. If you don't have this appearing, then the easiest thing to do is at the end of the address bar just type in the word admin. It will then give you the option of logging in to your WordPress area, and this will then appear. Now, we're already logged in, so I don't need to do that. So I'm going to go to new post, and again it creates the something within the dashboard area, so I can give the post a title. So this is my first post on this blog. I can go back and change my spelling, and then in here we type the text. So, and we've got basic sort of editing up here, sort of things you'd be familiar with from sort of just using Office. That little icon there will show or hide additional formatting buttons, so you can either show them or hide them. We've got a spell check, so you can check your spelling before you publish. So we can use basic formatting such as bold, italic, strike through. So all we need to do is, if you want to make something bold, you just highlight the text, make it bold, highlight anything that's italic, make it italic, and we can do that. So we can do strike through. Okay, we can add hyperlinks. So if I want to link to a website, I'm going to link to my website, which is www.asextreme.co.uk, but it doesn't automatically create the link. What I have to do is highlight the text and then go to this little insert link button. So I click on that, and I either copy and paste the web address I want to link to, or in this case I'm just going to type it in because it's quite an easy one. Okay, but if it's a long address, it's much easier to copy and paste. You can choose it to open in the same window or a new window, or do nothing, and then it will depend on the computer. So I'm going to leave it as is. I can give it an address, a title I mean. So I'm going to call this A6 training website. And then I'm going to insert it, and you'll see that it underlines it and makes it look like a link. There are all sorts of other things that we can do. So here we can add images, we can add videos, which includes videos off of things like YouTube. We can add audio files, we can add other types of media using that button there, or we can add a poll which allows people to vote on the quality of your post. So it's quite simple to create posts using basic editing, adding your multimedia using these buttons, and it's relatively straightforward, and you can start to build up your blog posts. Now the only other thing that's worth noting about is this little button here for HTML. Now sometimes when you're on websites you'll get things like embed code, which looks like a load of web code. Not all things work in WordPress, but some things will work. So you can just flick to that HTML button, and all it will do is it will show you what the HTML code is for that site. You can paste the embed code in here. You can then flick back to visual and you'll see how it looks. Now not all things work, so sometimes when you do that something will get put in but it will then get stripped out later, but quite a lot of things do work. Then once we're done there, over on the right hand side here we can either save the draft or we can publish. Now the publish is just appearing off of my screencast, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller so that you can see it. So if I just drag that in here, so here we've got the option of publishing the post. But what we can also do is we can add categories, and at the moment I've not got any categories set up. I could click on here to create categories, so that's sort of like, for example, you can have a category for instruction, another one for reflective practice, another one for images, and then you just tick whichever ones you want to apply. And we can apply tags, and these are the sorts of things that people search by. So I'm going to go for first post Dave Foord formatting. Any of those things, when I click on add, will appear here. Once it's all done, click on publish. It will take a few seconds for it to appear, but it should then appear. I go to view post. I can then see how it's looking. So there is my first post.